Hey everyone, welcome to Source Snack Break, a very meta snack break because Source is talking Source today. It is Thursday, August 27th. We are talking this week about our new library, and before we get started, I will explain a couple things about the webinar tool. You're all muted automatically, but you do have access there to the live chat on the right, so you can pop in your favorite emoji or use it to ask questions in real time of our product experts here. We'll make sure we answer any questions you have. We'll also send you a recording of this after it's over so you can reference it later or send it to a friend. Today, we are talking to our amazing product experts, our librarians, Andrew and Brittany. Hey, you two.
Hi.
I'm so excited. So before we get started, let's start with Andrew. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got to Source?
Yeah, for sure. So I have a background in architecture. I was in the field for about 5 years where I met Ren. Spoiler alert for anyone else who doesn't already know that.
We know each other from our past lives.
Our past lives. We would vent a lot about what we wanted to see happen in the industry that wasn't quite happening. And then when Source came along and started to kind of solve some of those issues, I was like, I feel like I would have a lot of energy to put into this.
Awesome. And Brittany, what about you?
For me, so I studied interior design, but never actually practiced it. So I have a little bit of a different background. It's very fun to be kind of back in this space again, but I've spent the last 8 or 9 years working for technology companies, doing sales and marketing, a lot of customer marketing. So I'm really excited to be here, and I love my team at Source. It's been wonderful so far. So I'm excited to get to tell you guys a little bit more about what we do today.
Awesome. And we do work with some amazing clients. I have to say, the client services team, it's really easy to do because the clients are so cool, Like our designers are doing cool stuff. They're asking us for cool stuff. It's really fun to sort of work with them every day in their projects. So I really love that. So let's get right into it. What is client services? What do the librarians, what do you two do?
Sure, I can kick off that question. So the client services team at Source is essentially responsible for the day-to-day communications and interactions with our architects and designers. So we're the people that if you have a question about a product, if you are locked out of your Source account and need us to help you reset your password, if you just have any sort of general questions or want to learn about how to use the tools and services of Source, we're sort of the people that you'll be talking to if you send in a live chat on our website, someone from the client services team who's responding to those. And then the side that you don't see that we also work on is we're always taking notes and learning from you guys about the things that are working and not working. And then we're bringing that back to our product and engineering team, to our marketing department, our digital resources team, to you, Ren, saying, hey, designers want more of this. Tell our manufacturers to give us more of this. And our marketing team, hey, this is a problem that we're seeing across these different firms. How can we kind of address that and make sure that people know that we can help them solve that problem? So there's kind of two sides to the job, but what you guys see is, the people who are there when you need help.
Yeah, we're sort of like your personal shoppers, right? Like you come in and
amongst many things.
Yeah. We'll help you find the right fit. Yeah. Awesome. So let's talk about what our favorite things to do with our clients. Andrew, do you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would like to second that we love our clients. Leaving like my life as a designer, I thought would be hard, but since I work with designers all the time, it's not that different. So one of my favorite things is when, I get how busy people are and how hard it is to find the right thing. So research requests are my favorite thing to do because I kind of get to scratch that itch of going on the hunt to look for the right things for designers. Yeah.
Awesome. Can you explain a little bit about how those work?
Yes. So designers can go onto our website and go to the Ask an Expert, I think is what it's titled as now.
I even have a link right now. You can submit a research after hearing Andrew describe the process.
For sure.
You can submit a research request immediately. So tell us the process.
So this can be pretty much anything. So like if you, let's say you are working on a project and you had the perfect sample, but the client's like, this is a bit too expensive, we need something cheaper. You could be like, hey, this is what we were working with, I need something to replace it that's cheaper. Send it to me. I'll try and find something that fits as good as possible. And if you're like, hey, I have an idea of what I want, but I have no idea where to start, I'll also try and do that. Or you can be like, hey, these are my exact like qualifications for a product that I need. Can you give me 3 options? And I will do that. So yeah, they're a lot of fun, and I love doing them, and people seem to be pretty stoked when they get the samples back. So
yeah,
our team can respond to those quickly, because that's usually, I feel like a lot of times when this comes up, it is when you're up against a deadline, and or need to turn something around for a presentation very quickly. That's also something to kind of have in the back of your mind, that when you fill out the information for us, you can let us know when you need it by. And we really do try and carefully prioritize to make sure that we can help everybody out and get those to you as quickly as possible, and also give you more than just one option as well. Like that's, I think, Andrew, you do a great job of being able to kind of show multiple different options, and also fine tune it. We want to hear from you. Like if it doesn't fit what you're looking for, like we are okay with honest feedback about I don't like any of these. Try again. So that's helpful for us as well. Yeah.
So Andrew, you're one of the team members that do the most of these research requests. What kind of things are you seeing designers look for the most often? Like what comes across your desk a lot?
Let's see. Right now I'm seeing a lot of PVC-free resilient flooring. Seeing a lot of that. People are really wanting PVC options, which I love to see. And then, just the general tile. Tile is so fun, and people are always wanting options of it. And there is so much tile in the world. Like I cannot express to you how much tile exists. And then let's see. I'm seeing lots of requests for white oak flooring. So, which I personally really like the look. And yes, I've gotten to know a lot of folks that carry that.
Yeah. And one of the things I really like about research requests is it's kind of like an old school reference librarian model, right? Where like in the olden days, we would go to a reference librarian and say anything from like, I need to know where the children's section is, or I need a cookbook that is Indian and vegetarian, and your reference librarian would know the answer to both of those. So like we can help you. You can come with something super broad or super specific, and we will point you in the right direction and help you find exactly what you're looking for, and hopefully save you some time, because we've curated all these giant lists of tile, and then you get to just choose from some options. So that's the sort of personal shopper part that I love. It's like we get to find some great options and see what designers do with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we've been chatting a little bit about how research requests work, but Andrew, you don't have to reveal all of your secret sauce. But like when a research request comes in, how do you work with a designer, or how do you work with reps to sort of get the information that you send back to them?
For sure. Yeah. So I'll usually be in communication with the designer right away and just let them know that I got it. And if there's any clarifying that I need, I'll try to get that out of the way as soon as possible. And then I reach out to a lot of my rep friends who, deal with things that I might not have the exact knowledge about, but they know very intimate details about, and just kind of get their feedback. And I love it when reps respond quickly to those, because it really helps everybody out. But yeah, I just try to source. Didn't mean to use that. As many folks as possible to try and get just the right fit, because if it's off by a little bit, designers tend to have an eye for that.
Yeah.
Right.
And so if the designer has like a specific need, like maybe as you were mentioning, like a specific sustainability criteria, PVC free or recyclable content, or maybe they want to work with someone local or a minority women-owned business, are those things you can help with designers as well? Help discover those types of materials and manufacturers?
Definitely, yeah. And so, sometimes I cheat and use the filters on our website that can help me narrow those things down, because we do have all those filters and they are great. I would highly recommend using them. But I'll also just ask folks in the community who would know about that. And Ren is also a very good resource about a lot of sustainable things. If anyone is
Oh yeah. Yeah. Andrew and I tend to enjoy talking sustainability to each other. So we love getting those sustainability requests because we can get really into the weeds about things. So you guys don't have to.
Ranting like lunatics is one way to frame it, but
being passionate is another way we could say that. So can you talk a little bit about like how you interact with our clients and what your favorite things are to do with our clients?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So for me, again, I don't have the same level of product expertise as some of the others on my team. So I love also learning from them. I use research requests. I feel like internally, I've definitely sent Slacks that are like, guys, help me find this. So I do work in our Portland library. So we have a physical library in Portland. So part of my role is, being there and being available for you all when you come in and visit us, making sure that we're keeping the library stocked with the freshest, newest samples. We also have some additional services like our sample reclamation, where we'll come and pull those stacks of samples out of the closets and from under desks and take them back for you. We've altered it slightly. We're doing curbside pickups now with the current times, but I help run the team that goes and picks those up for you. So that's a very fun part of the job. And just in general, I love some of the outreach that we're doing. We're really trying to make sure that if you're using Source, that you and your whole firm knows about all the different ways that you can use this, because we are on the online side always rolling out new features. We talked about research requests, but another one that I think is awesome that we've added pretty recently is the digital mockups. So for example, that can be kind of like an extension of the research request. So maybe if you were looking for a specific type of fabric, but then you wanted to see, okay, now what does it look like on this chair? That's something that we can help do and turn around those, kind of conceptual visual mock-ups, whether it's interiors, exteriors, you name it. You'll find that in your projects. So that's a feature that I really like and I'm excited to see. And it's always fun to kind of work on those, because you really do you get that instant satisfaction of kind of having that transformation happen right before your eyes. So that's another one that I personally really like working on and seeing come in.
Yeah, I really would have used that furniture mock-up tool as a designer all the time, because it's impossible to sort of sometimes visualize this piece of fabric that you've picked on a chair that you've picked, because usually they don't have install images. And so this way it's not only immediate satisfaction, but you can start to see how it sort of looks on a different piece. Especially these days, we're all looking for those sort of lovely Scandinavian pieces with those lovely curves, and let's make sure that kind of works before we specify something. So I really love that feature as well. Yeah.
It is awesome.
It was fun because when we were testing that, we all submitted photos of our homes and got to see new products in our own homes. And so now we're trying to consider if we should do that. Yeah. So it was a really fun to sort of use ourselves as testers and see how effective it was. And we were all pretty sold. I have to say. Yeah, we were ready to get some new stuff. So let's talk a bit about the future in the post maybe COVID world. Let's get excited about that. When we're able to sort of leave our homes, let me back up. Designers can use our physical library now. And so maybe Brittany, you can talk about how designers can do that. But then let's talk about what we see for the future, both for how our clients are working, but how they can use our library, or what our library space will be for our designers. Give us a little sneak peek of what's going on.
Sure, definitely. That's great. Yeah, our library is open. We recently moved from the original humble, very, very full library to a much larger space. And you've been watching some of the snack breaks from this month. You've seen a lot of the great products that we actually have installed in the library as well. But it's approximately 4,800 square feet. We've got a lot of great new layout spaces, rooms, or a lot more room to add additional products, and hopefully more organized and accessible and just a really kind of inspiring space. We did, if you watched the presentation about how we came up with the design, I really love that kind of clean look, and the materials really do, when you come in, they are the stars. So it is something that you can come in. We've got all the stuff you need, if gloves, hand sanitizer, all that, a self-serve checkout station so you can take anything with you, bring it home. And you can also choose whether you want a product expert there to help you, or even FaceTime with you if you prefer that way. Or if you know what you're looking for, you can let us know. We can pull it out for you, or you can just go in and explore on your own. So that's something you can definitely make happen. And if you are not a member or haven't been to our library before and want to, let us know. We'll get you in to see it and visit. But I think in the future, this space is going to be great. I can't wait to be able to have like a real party here. It's a beautiful space, lots of room to move around. That's a pretty obvious one, but I guess I would say as a whole, what I can see for client services and what I want is, like, I guess I'm asking, close your eyes, think you're back to 2019, you're working at your desk, and let's say you're stuck on getting mail merge with InDesign to work, which I've definitely had that. And if you think about the coworker who you would go to and ask for help, because they're an expert, they're not going to make you feel like you're asking a dumb question. They'll show you some tips and tricks for next time. Like, that's the type of person I want, like, our client success managers to be to the firms. Like, who's the person you can go to no matter what the question is, and we're like the happy, helpful face to help you with that problem. And I think that's going to be having a diverse group of client success managers who come from different backgrounds, have different specialties, expertise, speak different languages, because I think that we have clients all over the US who all work in different ways, and we want to make sure that we have a team that can really, kind of deliver that personal service and be that expert for you. So that's kind of my vision for the future, both for the library and as a whole.
I love that you can, as a firm, you could decide to work with a certain client services or a certain librarian because they really understand your style, they really understand your goals or the clients that you have. Maybe they have a specialization, they also know healthcare or something like that. Like, they can really help you make a better project because you have all of their expertise now added to your team. Essentially, they become like a mini consultant, but one that comes with maybe snacks and happy faces. Do you know what I mean?
Puppies.
Puppies, I know. That is awesome. And let's see, before we close out, designers, do you have any questions for our product experts, our client services team, before we hop off?
A lot of research requests in
here. Research request, right? I'll put that back up if you need a research request. But yeah, one thing I love about our library is it really does become a community space, that it's a place for designers to come and feel very welcome, that all experiences are valued, all voices are valued, and we can really start to use the library as a place where designers can bring their clients, have client meetings, meet with other designers, lay things out. Pretend we're back in school again, get that trace paper going, that it really just becomes a working space for our designers and for our community, that this is a place where we can have events someday, like 2024, but like, stay tuned. So, but that was sort of what we envisioned. It's like a really lovely, like, working space, a place where everyone feels comfortable, and you can get the help you need on your projects. Awesome. So yeah, so you can submit a research request. Here's what they look like. You can let us know what you need, what project it is, and Andrew is on the case. He'll send out the bat signal and you'll get all kinds of great information. I will also say you can register for some new snack breaks coming up next week. We are super excited to be launching a whole new series of different types of snack breaks. So we're going to be talking to local makers, bespoke makers. We're going to be doing Transparency Tuesdays so that Andrew and I are no longer the only ones just speaking passionately about these topics, but we're going to talk to the whole community about it, industry leaders. We're going to talk to organizations here in the Portland area or nationwide what we're talking to maybe designers. Let's see, we're doing a whole bunch of stuff. We've got Ask a Contractor, like snack breaks are going to blow up next week. So I definitely stay tuned and register for some more snack breaks. Anything you guys want to close with?
I think so. This was fun, Ren.
I know, it's so nice to see your faces. Yeah. And hopefully we'll be together in the library again soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. We're so excited. All right. Well, thanks so much. We will see you all soon, I hope, either in a snack break or in the library. All right. See you all later. Bye.